What is up, guys? My name is Danny. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a fun day for me because we're going to install the coilovers. I was really excited about this setup when I saw it the first time, and I said this is going to be for my project. So let me show you guys the parts that we're going to use today. All right, here we have the parts that we're going to use. We got the springs. You can get it in different type of for different type of weights. If you're not sure which one you should use, you can call QA1 and they will give you an advice for whatever it will work for your application. We got the shocks. We have, this is the lock nut that is going in the bottom, and this is the seat for the spring, and this is the washer to make it easier to adjust. But I will highly recommend using this, which is a bearing kit, to replace this washer for a bearing kit. That way you guys will be, it will be more easier just to adjust the height of the shock, because obviously with a bearing, it's going to be like a smooth transition. We have the brackets for the shock tower. Those will go here, the shock tower, like that. Doesn't matter which way you install it because they're just one side. We have all the hardware. Those bolts are from the bottom, the ones that it goes attached to the upper control arm, and this big bolt is the one in the top that is going to across the bracket and the shock. What else we have? We have the rubber seats for the springs. Those are OEM, so you can reuse those if you're replacing your existing shocks or your existing suspension on the car, and if they're good, you can reuse them, but they're like the OEM style, so it's nothing like different. You can reuse yours. And the cool thing about this setup is you can install it without any modifications, so you don't have to do any welding, any drilling, or any modification on your car. If you have a stock suspension, you can use it. I saw another video from a guy who I follow. His name is Andy, and he does pretty good videos about his Mustang, and he installed those, and I noticed that he got a different upper control arm, and he had to grind down a little bit this because it was hitting the arm. But I think in my case I have the OEM one, so it's not going to be a problem. What else we got over here? So we got these wrenches, which is not part of a kit, but I'll suggest if you guys can get it, because with this you guys can lock all the system from the bottom, and it will help you to turn the nut to go up or down, whatever is your case, and you can use it for that and for lock everything in place. When you have your height set up, you can just lock it with this. It's very helpful. So let's get into the installation. So let me show you guys first how to assemble the setup. So you will grab the shock. This small nut right here is the lock nut. If you notice, there's like a lip on top, so that has to be facing up. So you guys will do this all the way down. Obviously with some Permatex anti-seize. You guys, this is a spot like right on the last thread, and then the spring seat. Once again, you guys need to add some Permatex, which I'm going to do it before the installation. Okay, and this is the washer that came with the kit. It goes like this. If you guys if you guys are not using the truss bearing kit that I show you, so basically that's the setup. And the spring will sit like that. But in my case, I'm not gonna use the washer. So we have the bearing kit, which is one washer, the bearing, and another washer on top. So that will help a lot with the movement when you try to adjust the shock. It feels like super easy. Obviously there's no weight on it, but I think it'll be super good. It's a really good improvement. This one needs to use like some lubricant like anti-seize. So we will do that before the installation. All right guys, let's start with the top bracket, the one that goes on the shock tower. So we will put the carriage bolt in place and then add the nut. The good thing about this design is that we have plenty of space to put our fingers and then put the carriage bolt in place, because with the other bracket I don't have any. No, I don't have those to show you guys how it looks with the old one. But with this, it's so much easier to install it. So the torque specification for those bolts is it's 26. So we're gonna set this to 26. Success. 26 foot-pounds. Okay, the last one. So this is how it looks like when it's installed. We got the 3 carriage bolts with the nuts in place. It's secure, it's torqued down. One of the things that I want to point out, my car doesn't have any sport brace. It's just the OEM brace that is coming from the shock tower. But if your case is that you guys are using sport brace, maybe you'll need a longer carriage bolt, because as you guys can see, there's not like too much thread left. So if we add a piece underneath, obviously this is going to be like almost flush. Yeah, maybe it will work, but I'll suggest just get a longer bolt, because those are the OEM ones. Those are new, but OEM style. So keep that in mind. All right, let's get everything prepared to get into the car. So we got the spring and the rubber seat. If you guys notice, there's a mark here. So there's just one way to install it. Basically, you will slide it in. So you guys can see. It'll fit properly on the spring. Okay, let's get this ready to go into the car. So this is the lock nut. This is the one that goes in the bottom. And then the seat on top of that. Make sure that when you install this, the lip is facing up. So let's add some anti-seize. This is really messy. I hate the anti-seize because it's super messy. So let's get the first nut. Remember, the lip facing up. Right on the last thread, no more than that. So we're gonna add a little bit more because we are going with the second nut, which is the spring seat. Okay. So now we're going to install the truss bearing kit. So the first washer, the bearing, and the second washer. We are ready to go into the car. All right, let's see how it goes. You guys got to push a little bit to make it go in place right. Basically, you need to push with one hand and with the other one on top, trying to move the spring to make it sit in the proper way. Okay. It's a mess. So I ended up adding those washers. Didn't come with the kit. I just put it myself because I didn't like how it sits, the head of the bolt. So just to be safe, if you guys want to do it, that's okay. If you don't, it's up to you. Now we have to jack it up a little bit to get access underneath here to install the nut. Now that we have everything in place, we're gonna go up and then jack it up a little bit more just to install the top bolt to keep everything in place. And then at the end, we will finish tightening everything down to the torque specification and we will be good. So now we have the supervisor here, but we will continue the job. So basically, we're going to need to raise that up a little bit with the jack and then slide this bolt all the way across the bracket. It came with a washer. Then we installed the bolt, another washer from the other side, and the nut. So let's do it. It's really hard when you don't have someone else to help you. I think we're right on the money. The washer and the nut. Now we need to torque this down to 50 foot-pounds. Right there. So finally we will just tie down those and then torque it to 37 foot-pounds. Okay. So we got it. All right, this is how it looks like when it's all done. Everything is torqued down to specs. The setup is all the way to 0 clicks. With the kit, you will get some nice instructions on colors and also some recommendation for the adjustment. So they have two type of kits, the one with a single adjuster and the ones with two adjusters, knobs. So basically this one, it will adjust the rebound and the compression at the same time, and the others you can do it separate. You can do the settings just for rebounds and then for compression. Basically what it is, the compression is how fast or slow the spring compressed, and the rebound, it's how faster or slower the shock will be getting back to the from the position, the initial position. So basically that's how it is, the simple way to explain it. The compression is how fast or slow the spring compress, and the rebound is how fast or slow the coilover get back to the main position. So in this case, I just add the one adjuster knob kit because, well, I'm not gonna do any like crazy with the car, just drive around, probably long drives to other states or whatever. And I wanted to be able to adjust this because if I decide to, I don't know, drive a little faster or something fun, I can just adjust the knob and that's it. But I don't need something super pro with two adjuster knobs. So that's why I decided for this kit. And if we check the directions for the shocks with one adjuster knob, drag racing, they will recommend 0 to 6 clicks, and other applications between 2 and 8 clicks for nice ride and handling, 8 to 12 clicks for firm ride and improved handling, and 13 clicks or more for aggressive. I think I'll go with an 8 clicks because I want to be right in the border between nice ride handling and firm ride and improved handling. So I'll start with that, and when the time comes to drive the car, we can make the adjustments as we need. So basically you just turn the knob and you will feel and hear the clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's start with that, and then when we will be driving the car, we can make whatever adjust we need. All right, guys, we just finished the installation. One of the things that I want to point out is my friend Cooper is right here because he cannot see me get on the little chair to work on the car because he will he will just walk around me and just to say hi. So that's why he's sitting here. So basically it was pretty much straightforward, nothing like really hard to do. Just make sure that you torque everything down to specs. The instructions that you get with the kit, they're pretty clear. They have all the information that you need. One of the things that I want to point out is to do a proper installation when you have your car running and driving, I mean with tires and everything, you have to measure from the bottom of the wheel all the way up to the middle point of your fender. That way you will have like a starting point to see how inches you have, you know, from the floor all the way to the fender. In my case, I don't have wheels yet, so I just set the coilovers to the lower position, and when the time comes to install the wheels and everything, I lower the car, check everything, no rubbing issues, and make the adjustments from there. What else? That's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching, and once again, just give us a likes, or if you have any concerns or any advice, you can leave it on the comments. We will be more than happy to hear anything back from you guys, and let's see you in another time. Bye bye.